Hey fam, welcome back. I am your favorite life and relationship strategist, MarshaunO, and we are here to complete the series of criticism. So if you are coming here for the very first time and this is your very first video within the series, then go ahead and go back and watch the other two. Maybe you don't know if you are a critical person. The first video gives you answers to determine if you are in fact a critical person. The second one is how being criticized or how your partner takes you being critical all the time and how it affects or damages your relationship. And then today we're going to talk about 3 ways on how to break the cycle of being a critical person. So let's just go ahead and jump right into it. But before we do that, if this is your very first time here and this is type of content that you like to hear, then make sure that you go ahead and hit that subscribe button right away, because I will be offering all types of content, but especially content such as this. And then this is also an entire series of the 4 horsemen. And this is specifically toward John Gottman, Dr. John Gottman, and his research and what he deemed to be the top 4 reasons for people that get a divorce. The first videos that we talked about was contempt. This is the second set of videos, which is criticism. The third and fourth set of videos are stonewalling and defensiveness, respectively. So again, those are the top 4 reasons that Dr. John Gottman found why people seem to get a divorce. So we are tackling the subject of criticism right now. So I just gave you a recap, and a further recap is for people that need to determine if they are critical people. Those of you out there, maybe you have some reason that you need to feel that you need to protect yourself, right? So you feel that you need to protect yourself, and then pointing the finger is easier to point the finger at everybody out there instead of looking inward and trying to figure out your own junk. You have a tendency to point out the finger and criticize everybody, right? So criticizing and complaining are different in the fact that you get the stamp of approval of being a critical person when each and every time you open up your mouth, you can never find anything happy or praise your partner, praise the people around you. You always have a tendency to lead toward the negative in every situation. You can never find anything good. Even if your spouse or partner did 90% of a task, you focus on the 10% that was not complete. Another thing to think about is that when you become a critical person, anytime you feel the need to point out something, your point is lost in the fact that you have become a critical person to your spouse. It now becomes pointless. Your point becomes pointless because your delivery sucked. So let's jump right in. The first reason, or the first way to get rid of your critical behavior, is to ask your spouse, ask your partner as many questions as possible so you can continue to get to know him, continue to get to know her on a deeper level. All of those quirks and idiosyncrasies and all of those things that annoy you, and just the way that the person is and why they are the person that they are. Ask a ton of questions on a regular basis so you can continuously get to know who's actually sitting across from you and sleeping in the bed next to you. Be very, very, very inquisitive. Ask a plethora of questions. See, when you're in the dating stage, you should think that it ends once you enter into the relationship. No, because we are humans, because we are constantly evolving, we have to continue to keep that connection going. Maybe the things that you like to do when I first met you 10 years ago, you hate them now, right? So I only know that if I'm constantly building the relationship with you, if I'm constantly building the connection with you and going even deeper past the superficial questions, like, depending on how long you guys have been together, at some point you should get past the superficial and go deeper into whom the person is, why they act the way they act, why they react the way that they react, why they show up the way that they do, why that they are in this case, pointing the finger all the time. Why are they such a critical person? What was their environment like when they grew up? So it's just a lot of things that you can find out by simply asking thought-provoking questions to your spouse and being able to share your own vulnerabilities and the things that make you who you are as well. So that's number 1. Number 2, Become an admirer of your partner. Become their cheerleader. Show appreciation as much as possible, because that is going to let your spouse or partner know, number one, that you are still into him or into her. Number two, that you actually care about who they are and their well-being. And then number three, is going to give you, or at least show you, or show your spouse, that you have some type of integrity, and that you actually care about who they truly are. And in this case, you can give a be appreciative or show appreciation to him or to her once per day. Like, baby, thank you so much for taking out the trash. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for washing the dishes. Thank you so much for taking care of the children. Thank you so much for taking care of the family. Thank you so much for choosing the family. Like, whatever it is that you can show appreciation to your spouse and to your partner, they will absolutely soak it up, take it in, and feel like you are trying to love them in the way that they need to be loved. So show them that you appreciate them. Admire your partner. The third and final thing that you can do to break the cycle of you being a critical person is to create time to emotionally connect with your partner or with your spouse. I already mentioned this before, but I want to make sure that this is a point. Take and create the time to connect emotionally with your spouse, whether you are doing it on a weekly basis, whether you are doing it on a weekly basis through setting up some time, again, creating it, whether it's through a date or you say, hey, we're going to meet Sunday at this specific time to talk about us, talk about the relationship, whatever it is, just connect. And then what you could do each and every day when you guys are laying in the bed or on the couch or whatever it is, when the house is kind of quieted down, with the children have gone to sleep, have an end of the day conversation, just in general, so you can build the intimacy, so you can build the connection, so you can stop being such a critical person, because it's not sexy. And as I mentioned before, you are not helping, you are only hurting the relationship as well as the intimacy, which is what we're trying to build here. You're hurting the connection, you're hurting the intimacy each and every time you feel that you have to just get this off your chest, because if you don't tell them that they're doing something wrong, they just not gonna know. Okay, your way is not the only way, sis. Your way is not the only way, bruh. Get that together. Get this together. Stop being such a critical person, because you are not helping your relationship. And again, it's not sexy. Again, your way is not the only way. Again, you do not have the answers to everything. I love you guys. I will see you in the next series of this entire series, which I'm pretty sure I'm going to talk about stonewalling. But either way, come on back. I love you guys, and there is nothing that you can do about it. Stop being so critical. Stop pointing the finger so much. Listen, enter into grace and mercy. How much grace are you showing to your spouse? Think about it and let me know down in the comment section below. How much grace are you showing to your spouse? And if this is your very first time here, hit the subscribe button or the icon with my lovely face. I will see you guys very, very soon.